What is up? 2005 year in review continues with TNA Lockdown, the first all-steel cage pay-per-view. Took place on April 24th in the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida. And this is, like I said before, the first ever TNA pay-per-view to have an entire steel cage gimmick thing. But anyway, let's get on to it. This is a fantastic show. If you still got this, watch it. I really enjoy it. But anyways, we start off with not Apollo Crews. No, it's another Apollo guy, yeah. And Sonny Siaki defeated Chris Candido and Lance Hoyt. And unfortunately, this is Chris Candido's last pay-per-view appearance. And he was gonna drop kick him, but his leg broke, and unfortunately, he died after the Impact taping. This was okay. I give it a 3 out of 10. Next up, Dustin Rhodes defeats Bobby Roode and get this, a Prince of Darkness match. What the hell is a Prince of Darkness match? It's a 2 out of 3 falls match starting off, and then it becomes a blindfold match. This was a good match. But the blindfold, why couldn't you just do a regular 2 out of 3 falls match? Whatever. I give this 6 out of 10. Actually, yeah, I'll give it 6. The first one was Bobby Roode. The second one was Dustin Rhodes, and then Dustin Rhodes won. Bobby Roode inadvertently hits the more because he's blind with the chair. That was kind of funny. Next up, Shocker defeats Chris Sabin, Michael Shane, or Matt Bentley, whatever, and Sanjay Dutt in an X Division escape match. Now, what is an X Division escape match? Well, it's to throw the X Division guys in there for a match. The first one eliminated was Sanjay Dutt. Then it was Michael Shane, and then they got to escape the cage. Shocker wins this match. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. I give it. Shocker wins, gets the title shot, Hard Justice, and they kept it the same way. Yeah. Next up, Jeff Hardy defeats Raven in a tables match. Oh, I forgot to mention my Destination X review. I forgot to mention the Jeff Hardy Abyss Falls Count Anywhere match. I give that a 9 out of 10. I forgot to mention that. That was the best match on the show where Jeff Hardy did the Swanton Bomb outside of the Impact Zone. I forgot to mention that. These two were gonna feud, have an had Hard Justice in a House of Fun match, but I don't know what happened to Jeff Hardy afterwards. But I think this is the good match. A 7 out of 10. I give it. Jeff, he goes for he's on top of the cage, and he was gonna Swanton Bomb Raven through the table, but Raven got out. Way Jeff Hardy Swanton bombs himself through the table. That was a nice spot. And then the big spot where Jeff he put Raven through all of it, but the other two heels did not broke. But a great match, a 7 out of 10. I give it. I forgot to mention that Abyss match at Destination X. I should have, but if you go to my update video, I forgot to tell you that. Next up, America's Most Wanted defeated Team Canada members Eric Young and P. Williams in a match that's not as good as their Fire Resolution match, but I give this him credit, Bill. P. Williams gets blinded by the powder, and he thought Eric Young was one of the AMW members, but that didn't happen. Unfortunately, America's Most Wanted will not be the tag team champions during the Impact team where they lose to the Naturals. I give this a 7 out of 10. That was a good match. I didn't think it was a bad match. Oh, by the way, it was a strap match, but I don't know what the hell. Next up, one of the best matches on the show. Christopher Daniels defeats Alex Skipper to retain the X Division Championship. I thought this was one of the best matches on the show. Alex Skipper and Christopher Daniels, at 20 points 2004, they will no longer team up because they lost that tag team cage match to America's Most Wanted, where the losing team must disband. This is one of the best matches on the show. On 8 out of 10. Alex Skipper is on top of the cage. And he splashed onto Christopher Daniels and the referee on purpose, like Johnson. And then Alex Skipper was going for the sudden death, but unfortunately, he ate the Angel's wings for the 1, the 2 and the 3. An 8 out of 10. I thought this was a good match. Great match. 8 out of 10. Next up, now originally, this is the Lethal Lockdown match was supposed to be Kevin Nash, Sean Wolfman, and Diamond Dallas Page take on Jeff Jarrett, the Alpha Male Mike Brown, and the Outlaw in a Lethal Lockdown match, which is basically their War Games match. Because of copyright reasons for WWE thing. Unfortunately, Kevin Nash injured his leg, and he has to be replaced by BG James. I don't see BG James as a main eventer, but whatever, TNA finds him as a main eventer. Yeah, Road Dogg, the worst booker in WWE history, who ruined SmackDown, gives Jinder Mahal a fucking title reign. I don't want to remember Jinder Mahal as WWE champion. I'm sorry, but anyways. Now, Diamond Dallas Page, Sean Waltman, and BG James defeated Team Jarrett, which was Jeff Jarrett, the Alpha Man, Mike Brown, and the Outlaw. Now, it started with Jarrett and Sean Waltman. Then the next one to come out was the Outlaw. And then comes bang, DDP, and then the Alpha Man, Mike Brown, and then BG James, which was the mystery partner. This is not the best Lethal Lockdown match. I prefer the next year's Lethal Lockdown match. Lethal Lockdown match between Sting's team and Jarrett's team, but this was standard Lethal Lockdown match. I prefer more teams than 3, but whatever. Team DDP or Team Nash, whatever. Team DDP wins when Sean Woman pins Mike Brown. I did not think that was be a roll up. I hate with those ended with roll ups, but I have this. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. It's not great as next year's Lethal Lockdown match. It's not as great as that match. Anyways, the main event. AJ Styles defeats Abyss to become the number 1 contender for the NWA TNA World Heavyweight Championship in the best match of the show. Now, Abyss, I didn't mention I thought against the odds, Abyss won a title shot at Destination X. Well, I was wrong. It was supposed to be for FSN or Fox Sports, but fortunately that did not happen because they lost. They didn't renew their deal on Fox Sports. They went to Spike TV, which I'm going to announce this right here. I'm going to do the first Impact on Spike, and then I'll do the Raw Homecoming. This is a fantastic match. I thought this was their best match by far. This or their matches on those Asylum days. I don't think their Destination X wasn't that great, but it was a good match. But in 2010, the Hogan days, that was a bad time period. But this was a good match. AJ Styles is bleeding. And Abyss gets the thumbtacks, and you know what the deal with thumbtacks are. And the spot where AJ Styles has Abyss on the thumbtacks, just like when Triple H pedigree Mick Foley on the tacks. But not as great as Christian did the not the killers. I mean the unprettier to Abyss on those thumbtacks. Abyss, selling it like that, and anyways, Abyss then chokeslams the referee Andrew Thomas on the ropes to the cage, and AJ flies up, and AJ wins the match and does the sit down powerbomb. Well, they hit back first to the tacks, but he barely hit the tacks. But it was a good match. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Lockdown, great show. 8 out of 10 I give it. Probably their best show in 2005. I'll catch you next time for Backlash and Hard Justice. Where Backlash, we see Triple H and Batista 2. You see your eyes, Batista? Your eyes betrayed you. It is the one you fear, Dave. It is the pedigree.